How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. The bears are close. They're very close to pushing Bitcoin down to the new lows, just about $600 away right now. I want to show you where the liquidation levels are, talk about what's happening with Bitcoin today, and look at kind of how we should approach Bitcoin right now. If you don't mind, hit subscribe so you can see future videos like this. Check out the Telegram underneath the video. I post videos like this early or exclusive videos as well, so check it out. It's completely free. If you want to trade crypto, check out BYDeFi. You can start trading with leverage right now, so that way at the next major support level, you can trade. You can make extra money. And we have a trading competition going on right now that's giving away tens of thousands of dollars. You can see the prize pool is just about $24,000 right now. So check it out underneath the video. Now, as we can see, that was 11111.1. that was crazy. All ones for a split second there. But we are about $600 away from new lows on Bitcoin. You can see some liquidations, especially over the last just 10 minutes or so. We saw a good amount of liquidations, $104 million of long liquidations in the last 1 hour. A lot of that is coming from Ethereum. Ethereum actually dipped really fast. You can see actually a wick up as well here. But we went from about 4,600 down to 4,450 within just about half an hour or so. Now, there are manipulators, there are whales, there are bears trying to force the market lower to cause liquidations. We can see on the liquidation heat map, let's just look at Bitcoin. On the 1 day, there are actually a significant number of longs that would get liquidated right around 110,500. This is about $50 lower than we were earlier today and yesterday, which means that we would have cumulative long liquidation of about $608 million. And that's just putting it $50 below where we were earlier. So the manipulators, the whales, the exchanges, market makers want to force the price lower. They would love it under 110,000 even, because we would see over $1 billion worth of liquidations. You can kind of see an interesting distribution too. If you're watching this, you'll see it. But if you're just listening, I'll try to explain it. Basically, there's a very steep curve of long liquidations because we are very close to previous support. So it makes sense. A lot of people probably are leveraged to the gill so that they would get liquidated right below the previous support level. And on the other side, we actually have a while where we would see no short liquidations, but then it ramps up so the short liquidations actually outweigh the long liquidations if we move like $5,000. And you can really see that on the 7 day as well. Again, the liquidations ramp up faster where longs would get liquidated. So if we went under 110,000, so about a $1,000 move, there'd be $2 billion worth of longs liquidated, compared to if we move $1,000 up, we'd only see about 120 million or 110 million worth of shorts liquidated. Again, it's because we've seen some support at these levels. However, you look out a ways and there's a lot more, there are a lot more shorts that will get liquidated if we move up, let's say to $118,000 compared to if we move down to $104,000. Makes sense. So we do still have a lot of liquidations that will happen to the upside. So I would not count Bitcoin down and out just because of the manipulators. And keep in mind, this is all short-term price action, right? This is not the long-term outlook of Bitcoin. And while whales and market participants or the exchanges like to cause liquidation short-term, they can't really affect the price too much long-term. If someone sells a bunch of Bitcoin, like yesterday we saw a whale sell 24,000 Bitcoin, just market order, they can't sell that 24,000 Bitcoin again. That got absorbed by the market. Got absorbed by thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. So it makes Bitcoin more distributed over time. Now, I believe that wallet or whoever owns that still has some more Bitcoin, but you can see what I mean though. And long term, this does not affect Bitcoin, right? Like we are still up a lot. If you're worried about the prices right now, let's take a look. Over the last year, we're up 74%. Bitcoin's up 74% in the last year, even with this dip. So Bitcoin still performs really well. I don't think anything is affected long term, right? It's not like Bitcoin all of a sudden is a worse asset because of these dips. It's not like there's anything fundamental. I mean, just a few days ago, people were excited that Jerome Powell signaled rate cuts and we went up to 118,000. We could do the same thing anytime. Ethereum was just at all-time highs yesterday. So try not to get freaked out, right? Think about this as a long-term asset. If you're buying now, realize we could have a bigger dip. That's possible. We could see the price go under 110,000. We could have liquidations down to 105. The question is, do you want to accumulate more over time, and how do you want to go about that? Of course, if you just have, let's say, $5,000 and you just put everything into Bitcoin right now and you're okay with the possibility we go lower, great. It might be the best thing for you if you want to accumulate more. Time would say, or previous results would say, that it would be best just to lump sum, throw all that into Bitcoin, because more likely than not, we're going up. That's what's happened in the past, right? We go up more often than we go down, or we go up more substantially. But we could fall down. And if you're buying right now and you're really worried about a $5,000 or $10,000 dump, this might not be the best asset for you because it is very volatile. If you're buying now, I think you have to assume that you could possibly need a hold for years, right? And if you look just over the last 5 years, Bitcoin's up nearly 10x. So if you put in $1,000, or that $5,000 example, you'd have nearly $50,000 if you just sat and did nothing. That's even through the pumps and the dumps and the bear market. You just hold for a long time and you make a lot of money. So if you want to accumulate at these levels, great. If you want to trade, great. We are very close to support. So, I mean, even if you saw this yesterday and you saw we went slightly below the previous support level, it didn't matter, really. Like, we went $100 lower as long as you didn't put your stop loss right under or at that exact level, which I never suggest. I always suggest hundreds of dollars below. You would have had a really nice bounce. We went up 2.5% or so within a few hours. So on 10x leverage, that would have been a nice 25% gain. Bitcoin still looking to hold these levels. I mean, we've fallen slightly below them, but not very much. Right, we're right around this downtrend line. Ethereum coming down a bit, but we pumped so hard on Ethereum recently. I'm not surprised to see a bit of a cool down period. We just set a higher high, looking like we're setting higher lows. So this could actually be bullish long term. We're just washing out some of the very aggressive long positions. And of course, we're going to continue to see people buy, right? Like, at the end of the day, Bitcoin and some of these other crypto assets go up, sure, because they're useful, but also because of money printing, and that's going to continue. Let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. If you want to trade, if you want to get in on any of these significant support levels, check out the link to BYDeFi. If you haven't already signed up for a secondary exchange, I suggest doing that too. I would use multiple exchanges. There's a link to Bitfinex underneath the video and to BTCC. Both of them have deposit bonuses. I think Bitfinex might be 20%, while BTCC is 10%. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.